blowing clean tech and finance tech out of the water with new investments related to that. But I think one thing to notice or mention as well is that most of that money is focusing on big ag, and I define big ag by the size of the farming operations. So that's how the ag census does it. So the average size in the United States is 400 acres roughly, and so most of our farmers, fall into the 85% of the total number of farming in the United States. So there's 2.1 million farmers in the U.S. So 1.8 million farmers are basically not really getting a lot of the technology support that they should be getting. And that obviously number goes even bigger towards the larger global farming population, which is 570 million farmers. And they account for 99% of the total population.
So Vincent, before we kind of get into more details of your product, of the software, how did you yourself kind of merge agriculture and technology? What's a little bit of your background?
Sure, yeah. So started a company called Innova Group, and we focused on technology commercialization. And a lot of it was basically taking military technologies and what's called dual use. And so there's some really great companies locally like Oceanit and that do that. And so really what it was kind of helping those companies really find potential kind of clients on both sides, both the military side as well as on the private sector side, the commercial sector. And so what we realize is that you could have the greatest technology in the world, but if your users don't understand or don't believe in it, it's not going to work. And so that sales, that marketing, that working with it, that fine tuning, and that training and education was really vital for that to happen. So my background actually is in environmental science, and so I went to Oregon State, degree in that one, and I had always wanted to work in carbon credits. So basically, what I'm doing now, sans the carbon credits, is essentially what I'm passionate about. So basically, it's finding really interesting, hopefully disruptive technologies and applying them into different industries.
Cool. But like you mentioned earlier, you've always been interested in agriculture. That's been a part of.
Yeah, I think referencing back, I've got family roots in it. When I did my MBA at Thunderbird, one of the professors there, we had this really great conversation, and basically the closing remarks were, teach your kids Mandarin Chinese and become farmers. And so it kind of stuck with me all these years, and agriculture is just one of those industries where, every day that I work with, farmers and whatnot, they're the most humble, kind, honest people, and they just really, truly need the support of technologists and startups, and for that matter.